Good evening, YouTube. It's Rob here from the Homestead. This is my second cooking video. Tonight we are doing peel and eat shrimp. They were frozen in the bag from the freezer section at our local grocery store. We don't live near the coast at all. As a matter of fact, Vermont doesn't have a coastline other than Lake Champlain. We're going to do them with Old Bay. We're going to add a little bit of adobo and a little bit of curry. And it's to taste. So I use about 2 real heaping tablespoons of the Old Bay. I use just a shake or 2 of the adobo and probably about a teaspoon of the curry, and we're running low on that, so it might be gone by the end of this video. Excuse me while I have a swig of my adult lemonade. Yum. So what I do is I'll take a brown bottled beverage, and this can be whatever you like. I just use a light type beverage, and I go just 1 bottle to the 1 frozen bag of shrimp. If you do more, then you add another bottle of beer. So with that said, we'll move over to the other camera, and I'll put this all together. And it's really easy and it's really fun, and you know, our grandkids love it. Everyone that comes over really seems to love it a lot. So it's Robin playing out in the lawn there. So with that said, let's get after it. All right, let's see. We are going to take the adobo, and I usually get this in bigger containers, and probably use what's left in this one. Yeah, there's not much left in there. Just dump it on in. That's a dead soldier there, and the curry. There's probably about what I need right there. Gonna have to go to the dump after this show. And then the adobo, we just shake a little bit in and call it good. So then I'm gonna take that, and we're just dumping it right into the pot. I don't use a really big pot on this. You can, and it'd probably be a lot easier, but this one's handy, and this stove is not the best in the world to cook on, so it's got a very small flame, but it's very intense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let that come to like a really hard simmer, and I'm going to dump the shrimp in. Meanwhile, boom, adult lemonade. And this can be wine, it can be beer, it can be, you know, really good whiskey. Doesn't matter. But tonight, it's adult lemonade. While we're letting that heat up, I'm gonna turn you off for a second, and we'll bring you back when we're ready to put the shrimp in. All right, as you can see, it's starting to boil up, and you can really smell that hops smell coming out. And I'm just going to take the shrimp and get it right in there. kind of get it happy with the beer in there. Once it's all in and it's kind of flattened out there, I'm going to just sprinkle this right over the top of it and stir it on in. Now, one of the things about cooking shrimp is you can overcook it very quickly. So this isn't something you want to be doing something else and doing this. You want this to be the center of your attention right up until it's done. So we're going to let that go just for a minute and we'll continue to stir it. Oh man, you can smell that curry. That smells so good. So some people like to, just the way it is, especially if you're doing a small batch like this, just dump it right out into a bowl that you'll grab in and just, go for it. Some people like to drain it off through a colander and then put it in a bowl, and that's the way I'm gonna do it. So I've got my colander prepped in the sink, and when it's done, I'm just gonna pull it out, dump it right into the strainer, the colander, strain it off, and then put it into a bowl, and then it's just grab and growl. You go for it once it's in the bowl. If you're in the bathroom, you're missing out. So you make sure you're ready for it when it comes off. We'll bring you back down here. So right now it's kind of opaque looking. You see the shrimp and they've got that kind of darker color to it. When they turn all white, they come off immediately. Like I said, it's very easy to overcook shrimp, and then they get really tough. So there's like a really short window to bring shrimp off. They were, probably refrigerator cold when I put it in, so it cooled that beer off, and it has to get, warmed up again. But they'll cook quickly. So like I said, you want to be, right on the ball when you're cooking these. These were, this recipe was taught to me from a woman that lives down on the Chesapeake Bay, and this is how they cooked it down there. So it's the way I do it now. I used to use, seems kind of archaic now that I talk about it, but I used to use pickling spices when I did it. And if you have a great shrimp recipe that you think it'd be peel and eat, kind of recipe that you think's going to be better than this, shoot me a comment and let me know, and I'll try it. Because when it comes to food, I'm all in. And if you haven't seen my enchilada recipe, I know it was like one of my third videos ever, but if you can endure the video and make that recipe, it's awesome. We have that's like a staple in our life. And my wife keeps on telling me I have to do the dessert video for that, because we do a dessert and we call it, I'm going to bring you up here out of the, so we call it sopapilla, but it's really not. And that was taught to me by a woman out in Missouri. After I'd gotten out of the military, I worked on a farm out in Missouri, and every day for lunch she'd make us some amazing meal. And that was part of the perks of working on the farm out there. Well, she made this thing called, what she called sopapilla, and it was really just the fried flour tortillas with the cinnamon sugar, like you'd see regular sopapilla, but she'd put it in a bowl and she'd put vanilla ice cream with honey drizzled over it, and prepared strawberries. You know, so you had that strawberry sweet sugary juice that you'd like frozen strawberries, and you thaw them out and it's got that really yummy juice in there. And that's what she called it. And it was so good, and I make that, and it's a special request in our household. It's kind of a pain in the butt to make, but it's really good. Okay, we're coming to an end here on making this, so let's bring you back down, and you can see everything's white. There's, well, white-ish. There's no opaque looking stuff going on. So I'm gonna get this off, and we're gonna go over to the sink, and we'll drain it off. Wow. Put that back over there. And I'm gonna try and burn my fingers here to show you one of these. Whew. We're gonna have to let it cool down. And I'll bring you back for a demonstration. All right, so there they are, they're all done. I'm just gonna grab one up. And peel and eat shrimp are very easy once you get the hang of it. So, I'll get it right up here. So I'm just gonna put my fingers onto the shrimp underneath the shell and kind of squeeze the tail and pull it off. And there you go, just like that. And they are absolute yumminess. So, there's my peel and eat shrimp recipe. Like, comment, subscribe, and have a great day.